What's up, everybody? Welcome to Cudjoe Key.
Could also be Cudjoe.
You want to start arguing with me already, women? Let's do it. This is the excitement of my life. Arguing with Katie. Yeah. So, what do you think it's pronounced?
Cudjoe.
I think it's Cudjoe too.
Yeah.
So we can't argue about it?
Like, what do you want?
Well,
Like
if we agree on it, we can't argue on it if we're agreeing with each other.
You want a full-out argument, Jose?
And how the crap we're going to argue if we agree with each other? You didn't think this out very well.
You didn't either.
How are we supposed to argue if we agree?
I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Not together, though. What the crap? Alright, guys, we'll get to something better than whatever this is. Okay. I love it. Oh, that looks good right there, bro. Alright.
These are businesses.
Dang. Alright, we'll be there. Hopping all over the place. Alright. No more vehicles. You have defamed my channel by burping.
You have defamed yourself.
I have. I'm not even going to argue about that. I have.
Bonito.
Let's see what these island looks like here. I'm trying to prolong getting to Key West.
Yeah, nobody wants it.
At least not me. Traffic and whatnot. So,
I hope it's better than I remember, and, you know, we've grown up enough to where we're not against it.
it's the traffic that really got to me. And the fact that you have to pay to park. It wasn't so much...
And then have to pay to get a photo in front of a tourist trap. Yeah.
Yeah, and it gets to be reluctant. I love all the palm trees in this house. They got coconuts. They got just different types of palm trees. I don't like these little ones on the corner, though.
You don't like little palms?
I like little palms, but not the ones that grow in bundles. Those things are a nightmare.
Those are banana trees, right?
Yeah, those are banana trees.
Do we have banana trees?
I planted one banana tree or a lot. I got a good deal on it, though.
We can look at some trees. I don't know how many yet, but we're gonna get some trees in Homestead.
Probably.
What?
I'm looking at coconut trees. They'll fit back there on top of the mattress.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. I do want to get more coconuts.
Yes.
We don't have any, actually.
Yeah. I want to get fruit trees.
You know, coconut trees is 100% ornamental.
Yeah.
And when we did our garden in Naples, we didn't have anything ornamental. Everything was practical.
It's ornamental and practical.
Oh,
You know how much it would save me on coconut milk?
Yeah, you're going to climb up a coconut tree and get them? Because I'm not.
I'll figure it out.
You want to get the ones that are like light yellow that don't grow as tall. Okay, this is awesome here. Okay, I'm starting to like these vibes. Dude, are you kidding me? Dang it, bro. We just bought one.
It's 2016.
Bro, it's $2,500. How much was it one for?
2016.
You know how hard it is to find these trims? After you already bought one?
I have a feeling we might get another truck.
It's like $50K though.
Are you kidding me?
I think it's balling.
Oh, it's got Duramax.
Yeah, it's got a Duramax. Oh, it's diesel. That's why. It's not gas.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 4x4. Yeah, it's about what it's worth.
Yeah.
Yeah. He said make an offer though. I was like, ooh.
Ooh.
If I had cash, I'd made an offer.
I think when we go to buy another vehicle, we've got to come to the Keys.
Yeah. It's like on this trip, we've seen like 4 or 5 trucks or so. You know how hard it is? in other parts of the state to find a truck for sale.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing about like traveling is like you learn. The next time we go to buy a truck, we know we can come to the Keys like on a road trip.
Yeah, it's
and you'll
like
find a truck for sale.
It's like years ago when we used to look for cars, we'd go to like San
Marco
Carlos.
Island, or, yeah, San Carlos or Marco Island.
San Carlos, we found some interesting
For
stuff.
clunkers, yeah.
Interesting clunkers.
Interesting clunkers.
Remember that New Yorker we got?
New Yorker. Chrysler?
Yeah.
We never
Chrysler,
kept
New
it
York.
though.
No.
That was scrap metal.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, we got some cash for clunker stories.
Look at that mobile home. That's some mobile homes out here. On some of these, it's hard to tell if they're a house or a mobile home. Can you open up the map? I'm trying to find a route that makes sense because these are all short dead ends. I don't want to start driving through dead ends.
Ooh, the sun's starting to come out.
I know, man. Like, finally, 2 in the afternoon. I'm gonna do some fishing today.
Yeah, I don't see that happening.
Excuse you. John Avery Lane. I almost hit this guy. I didn't see him.
There is a deer key. There's a key deer refuge. There's a refuge for deers.
Yeah. Deer in the key are a little bit smaller than deer elsewhere.
It's still a deer.
Oh, deer.
A deer.
Well, you should look at the deer.
Look at that deer over there.
Right there.
Right there, right there, right there, right there, right there.
I don't like the way this island's laid out. It's not like you can drive around. I don't know. This is pretty. Coconut trees. It's laid out kind of weird. Yeah, she said hi to us. She was really friendly. She was like, hey, yeah, whatever.
It looks like you can park a camper right on the beach.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Well, they own that piece of land right there.
Yeah.
That's the way to do it, bro. Make efficiency out of that thing, man. Get efficiency. Ooh, water. I'm trying right through it.
I know.
Yeah.
You know it's salty.
I don't care. That was fun.
Okay, you got that guy's boat wet.
Oh, I didn't realize there was somebody. Was there somebody in it? I'm trying to get beat up right there.
No.
This guy's dog is vicious looking.
That dog looks like it's ready to shit.
You know what it looks like? You remember in Dave Chappelle movie with the dog that got high?
Yeah.
It looks like what was their dog's name?
I think it was dog.
No, it had a name. Was it Doggy?
Doggy.
I can't remember the name.
I don't know.
Killer.
Killer.
Kill.
Yeah, that's. I told you I wanted to get a dog and name it Killer.
Killer Kill. It's very quiet out here.
Killer whale.
I don't know you.
Yes, you do.
Nope.
You shall know me forever.
Unfortunately, yes. You've been an intricate part of my life.
Yeah. Yeah, you could get Alzheimer's and you'd just be screaming Katie randomly.
Screw you. I am worried about the things I'm going to say when I get Alzheimer's. I really am. Like, I don't even want to know the things I'd be screaming. Like, once I'm, like, old and... Because, like, old people today say stuff like, you don't know who I am, or whatever, when they get old and, like, unbearable. People in this generation grew up listening to, like, Snoop Dogg. You don't know what type of crap we're going to say when we're, like...
Oh, my gosh.
We're being a nursing home, like... Who's twerking? Can you imagine this generation in a nursing home?
Oh my gosh.
Can you imagine this generation in a nursing home? People that grew up listening... Well, I think our generation is crap. Imagine the ones that grew up listening to like Cardi B and Drake. Ugh. Can you imagine that generation in a nursing home? I don't even want to... Yeah. I don't even joke about that. Joke about y'all.
Yeah, I watched a little skit the other day. It was like all these kids. It was like our generation is old, and And they're like, all these kids watching these violent things. In our day, you played Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah. Like, we thought playing Grand Theft Auto was bad because you were carjacking people.
Carjacking.
We thought that was bad.
You know, yeah.
I don't even want to talk about this generation, what they got going on. I'm going to tell you what, man. Like, now that I thought, growing up that Grand Theft Auto was bad, that's some wholesome entertainment compared to the crap they got nowadays.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
That's some wholesome entertainment right there. You don't have, it was, I don't know what the crap, man. It is getting hot because it's underneath the...
Yeah.
I don't like this kid too much. It's neat. It's just not me. It's just...
Wonder if this was the one that Nick
This guy's from New
like.
York. I don't remember which one he said he didn't like. He said one of the keys was like crap. I think he said duck key, which actually wasn't that bad.
Mm-hmm.
They make troll videos. In other words, they make a video and they know the information they're saying is wrong, but they like. I think a lot of YouTubers do that. Say information that they know is wrong just to get people to disagree so they can get more comments. Like,
yeah.
I can't do. And if I do it, I'll pick a town that in a state that I'm never gonna move to again. Like when we picked on that one town in Illinois, like I knew.
Yeah.
For a fact.
And how the views are growing of like people in that town or near that town that just don't agree with that sentiment.
Yeah. Oh, that's a truck again.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money, though.
Yeah.
People be having that kind of money cash out here.
Yeah.
Keys are crazy, bro. You notice the New Yorkers that were sitting next to us at that restaurant last night?
Oh, wow, yeah.
Unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
How uncouth.
Yeah.
Like, first of all, you're sitting next to a cop and you're talking about mob hits. Like, the cops are like just sitting there, like, having their lunch or whatever. And the New Yorkers are like, I'm from New York. That was a mob hit, Because in New York, we make mob hits. And I was like, how do you have this conversation
next to a cop?
Next to a cop, like self-snitching one-on-one. Like, you don't even... Like, it's funny how you have these New Yorkers down here, like, all they talk about is, like, mob stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny because when we went to New York...
No one was
No one does that. Like, I thought New York, everybody would be like, I'm from New York,
Yeah, it's probably that state. We didn't go to the other boroughs. We just went to Manhattan.
Yeah. Maybe in Long Island, like there's a bunch
Brooklyn.
of Brooklyn.
Or
I don't know. It's like every New Yorker that we ever like encountered down here, normal. Yeah, they're normal, right? But the ones you encounter down here, like I'm from New York.
It's probably the rejects get sent here.
That was a hit. That was an inside whatever. That was an inside job. I'm gonna sit here next to a cop and talk about mob stuff. Like, how do you like sit at a restaurant, talk about mob hits when you're like a cop right there?
He's like 2 feet away from you.
Yeah, it's like you can't be gangster while snitching.
Yeah.
It's like every New Yorker you meet here in the Keys, it's like on some like I'm from New York, that's a mob hit type of conversation.
Yeah.
And you're like in a restaurant with like children and that's one thing I never liked about these people down here. And what I found interesting is when I went to New York, I didn't see anybody like that. I still wondered in New York where those people, like, where's the factory of these people at? You're in a restaurant, you're like, yeah, that was an inside job.
I think we gotta spend more time off that area.
Yeah.
And find out.
Because New York City isn't all
Manhattan's like the fancy people.
Yeah. I don't know what to think anymore.
Gotta go to the Bronx and Brooklyn and find out.
Yeah. I definitely want to do a New York trip at some point. But there's other parts of country I haven't done yet.
The whole west side. Yeah.
If our YouTube keeps growing, we should be able to just always travel to interesting places.
Just get an RV.
Don't need an RV. Like, if I were going to New York, I wouldn't drive up there again. I'd fly there.
True.
I mean, the hassle of just driving through 2 states is enough to get on an airplane and get up there.
True.
These houses are ugly. They look like giant mobile homes. Like this 2-story trailer. Really? I'm not sure.
Yeah, the problem with driving to California is that you kind of have to go through Alabama.
You're gonna go through Alabama. If I ever have to go that way, I would literally drive to Tennessee and then around.
Yeah.
I'm dead serious. I
know. Yeah, it was horrible.
Alright guys, there it is. Check it out.